Introducing the world's smallest drone. This little itty bitty drone can fly forwards, backwards, it can ascend, descend, turn left, turn right, 360-degree rotation headless flying mode. The world's smallest drone for kids 14 years and over. And here's the packaging. It contains a LiPo 3.7 volt 80 milliamp hour battery. That must be very small. It's a 4-channel mini drone, or should I say nano drone. The back of the box shows you the drone. It comes in 2 colors, blue and green. The one I got was green, obviously. Blue, I love blue, but green just looked more vibrant, so I decided to get the green. So at the back of the box it shows you the remote control, and as you can see in the middle of the remote control is actually a dock for your nano drone. So there's a switch, power indicator, throttle, direction, high speed and low speed control stick. That's all this. Ascend, descend, forward, backward, aileron, left, right, sideward, fly, 3D flip control stick. That's this one on the right. A button, they say it's called enable, and this button here on the right, aileron left and right, sideward fly trimming. All nice flying terms. I cannot wait to try this out. So here we have about 8 features. So non-rechargeable battery is not to be recharged. So I believe what they mean is do not get your favorite Duracells from your kid's remote control car and put into this and charge it. That could lead to an explosion. So next point, only battered. I guess that's some poor English translation there. I'm guessing he means battery. So only battery of the same or equivalent type as recommended is to be used. Bullet number 3, battery is to be inserted with the correct polarity. Okay. Exhausted battery is to be removed from the toy. The supply terminals are not to be short-circuited. Do not use rechargeable battery. Back here at the top it says non-rechargeable battery is not to be recharged. Anyway, keep going. Do not mix alkaline standard carbon zinc. Okay. I mixed my favorite glass of lemonade this morning, but I doubt that has anything to do with this. I guess what they mean here is do not mix batteries. So if you have a rechargeable lithium ion, don't mix that with a rechargeable NiCad battery, because I'm guessing that one of the 2 previous bullet points said don't use normal batteries in this thing. So yeah, just don't mix, try different types of rechargeable batteries. Just have one type of rechargeable battery. Anyway, not to be confused anymore, last bullet point says, or rechargeable nickel cadmium batteries. The battery included in this toy is intended for in-store demonstration purpose only. So if it's intended for in-store demonstration purposes only, I cannot use this in my home or any place that is not a store. Hope I'm not breaking any rules, but you know what? I bought this for home use, and it is actually indeed a toy for home use. Again, it's suited for kids 14 and over, and by kids that is also adults who are 14 years and over. Anyway, enough of the chit chat. Of course, it's made in China, like most things that we own, so I know this is of good build. So enough talking. Oh, and by the way, I called it the nano drone, but they called it the super mini quadcopter. Same thing, right? Alright, enough chit chat. So I came across this world's smallest drone when I was shopping for something else, and I said I had to get it, just like most gadgets that I come across. So there's nothing else in the packaging, and we have the fancy reflective packaging here. There you go, and here we have our nice little remote controlled unit here, and here we have our user manual, ages 14 plus, please read the manual carefully before operation. Okay. So of course we have all the instructions on how to fly, and I will look into that in a bit more detail when we actually demoed flying this thing. So I mean, this, to be honest, what's missing from this, to be honest, is a little hook for a keychain, because this will look really cool dangling from your set of car keys. Eh? People will be like, what the hell is that? It's my quadcopter, my nano drone. Anyway, this is nicely packaged. I was going to get the blue, but then when I saw the green, it looked even cooler. And so these are buttons. They just press. And actually, they're mini D-pads. Alright, so left, right, down, up. Left, right, down, up. And they do the trimming and whatnot. So when we actually demonstrate flying this, you can adjust trim so that you can have a very stable flying drone. Here's your joystick. This one has full 360-degree turn, and this one is up and down. And what it's, so you can tell this is for like the ascend and descend, because it's not spring controlled, so you can actually control the rate at which you ascend and descend. And I'm guessing this is your power switch right here. Yep. And in here we have, this is the side profile, and in the back here, and there's no screw in this, so it's not child safe, but as you can see, and thank goodness they do have AAA batteries I can use. You can put 2 AAA batteries in this. And to be honest, you know what, it doesn't have to be a rechargeable battery. You can just put 2 alkaline batteries in there. So I guess what they're saying is don't mix the alkaline with the carbon batteries. So at the end of the day, just use 2 of the same batteries in here, and that's it. Now the icing on the cake. How do I open this without breaking it? Okay, I'm guessing that I just, oh, you just push this and the top opens. I feel like I'm opening like a flying saucer. Doesn't it look like a flying saucer from the side? Anyway, now look at that. Now I have regular sized hands, and as you can see, the world's smallest drone is right before your eyes. And look at that, mini propellers, and right here there's a on off, well, it looks like an on off switch, but there's no switch. They just have off and on there, but there's no switch. Of course, all the electronics and battery and everything is located in the bottom there. And there's some LEDs on the side here. You've only seen it when I actually demo it, but there's some LEDs that light up. And at the very top, it's just branded DED droid, or DOD droid. The letter in the middle looks like an O, but it actually looks like a TIE fighter. So TIE fighter droid. Anyway, if you still don't believe that this is the world's smallest drone, here, my friends, is a Canadian quarter. And for those of you who are not too familiar with Canadian currency, the Canadian quarter is practically the same size as an American quarter. Okay, so in my next video, I will test flying this. Do a test flight. That should be fun. Now, as I always say most of the time with my videos, if you want to get yourself your hands on one of these little flying drones, although technically, you know what, the definition of a drone is a craft that's not flown by a human being. It flies pretty much by itself, but they do use the term drone loosely. I think, you know, modern day terminology is a drone is a craft that is flown remotely, can be flown remotely by a human being, whereas there's no one inside the actual craft itself. So yeah, this will classify as a modern day drone. And yeah, this is the world's smallest, and it does fly. And proof enough, here's a Canadian quarter, or Canadian / American quarter, for those skeptics out there. And again, if you still don't believe me, this is my average size man hand, and as you can see, it fits very, very snugly in the middle, and you can still see the rest of my hand. Okay, so I'm signing off right now from Richie's Gaming Gadgets and Gizmos. I'm going to charge this up, and there's a link at the bottom of this page where you can get these off of Amazon for next to nothing. Well, not exactly next to nothing, but they don't cost much at all. You'd be surprised. They're very, very cheap. Now, on further inspection, ladies and gentlemen, I did look a bit closer, and this indeed is an on-off switch right here, and that says off and that says on. So that little thing there is a switch, and to charge it, there's this little port right here, this little male port, and this male port is what you use to connect into your charging cable. And Christmas is coming around the corner, so hey, if you've got 5 friends, buy 5 of these and your Christmas shopping's done, right? Okay, well, I'm out. Bye.